Hi everyone, welcome back to Creatively Crafted Life. My name is Melanie. We are continuing along in my cardstock declutter. I have a huge stack of paper here. You can't really tell, but it is about 5 3/4 inch worth of mostly paperweight pattern paper. So for instance, this is a Park Lane printed cardstock. It says it's not cardstock, right? Like, it's paper. I do have a few paper pads in here that are actual cardstock, but majority of this is paperweight. I'm gonna do, or I have done, a pretty significant purge on this, and I've done it offline because it's not really interesting. I'm basically keeping one sheet of each pattern for the most part, maybe the odd exception, and everything else is going. The only exceptions are the Tim Holtz Ideology paper lines. So let me pull those out first, and then we'll reveal how much I am purging. So for instance, I have the paper stash from Tim Holtz Ideology. I'm not getting rid of any of this. This is cardstock weight. I have the paper stash in vellum. Also not getting rid of any of that. Of course, that's vellum weight. I have this paper stash memoranda, also cardstock. Keeping that, not getting rid of anything in there. So, of the stack of stuff that I am opting to get rid of, this has now dropped down to 4 3/4. So put your guess in below how much I'm getting rid of those. I gave you a big hint already, so you should have a pretty good idea. Okay, here we go. Okay, so this is what I am keeping. This is what I'm purging. And that is a total of 3.5 inches. Whew. Now, this particular purge pile, because it is very specific, I have a very good friend and long-term supporter of the channel who does junk journaling, so I've offered these to her as first dibs. If she decides she doesn't want these, then they'll go in with the regular purge boxes that will be coming. Okay, so let's move on to some other decluttering. Okay, so this is the last bit of stuff to go through that was on the Calyx unit. This is not all the cardstock, you guys. Fair warning. I know I have pockets of it elsewhere, so there still will be more to go through, but this is that initial chunk I showed you way back at the start of this whole process. So I have a few different categories in here. I have some brick paper, a bunch of wood grain. I've got what I call lined or grid papers. I use those for backgrounds. I've also got some mixed media backgrounds, and then I've got a bunch of kit starters, and then I've got my filler pages that I talked about. So these were ones where they're just plain pretty, and you know, I can slot them into my albums to fill any gaps. So there's a little bit to go through here. I have no idea how much I will get through. I've given up guessing, right? Because I clearly don't know myself. I don't think I'm going to get rid of a lot, and I get rid of a fair amount, you know. Anyways, but I would love you to guess, how much of this do you think I am going to purge? Okay, let me get reconfigured here, and we'll start with one category and work our way through. Okay, we'll start small. This is my brick and, I guess, stone. This looks like a marble or granite countertop. I don't mind that. Don't mind the brick. I don't think I'm going to get rid of anything in here. Jelly bean soup. A lot of these were from paper pads. There's some Prima. Yeah, we're going to keep all of those. So let's move on to wood grain. I think I could probably get rid of some wood grain if I'm a little more discriminating. We'll see. I have a question for you while I'm going through this. I would love to further organize these sections because that's the type of person I am. I like the micro organization, but I'm also the type of person that doesn't like to keep up with it on a day-to-day basis. So what ends up happening is that I start off all nice and neat, and then it gets messy. And so I would love to have, for instance, have all my colors go from light to dark, or like in the case of the wood grain, you know, light to dark kind of thing. but within months it'll be all messed up. What about you? Do you like to micro-organize it, or are you more of a just let it go and see where you end up? Okay, I'm actually not loving this one, so I'm gonna purge that. I prefer this one to that, and I'm not gonna tell you why I think I like it. I think I just like the overall look of this pattern better than this one. So it's a gut instinct, not a set. Plus this paper is nicer. I really do like this one. This is close to my heart, and I actually prefer this side to this side. So we'll flip that one over. Another one of those good old days like that. This one I do not care for. I'm pretty sure this was from Echo Park, from like Flower Market or something, so we're going to purge those. We've got a colorful wood grain. Now here's the question, is wood grain, or is colored wood grain the same? I don't know. Maybe I'm making this overcomplicated. I'm going to put this one at the front, just because it is a little bit different. This is from Life is Beautiful. I do like this particular wood grain. I like this one. Not so sure about this one. Let's put this one aside. I prefer this side. This is another close to my heart one. We have to switch these around. Simple Stories. I like that one. I like that one. This was a whole collection, I think, from Simple Stories. And I do like all of them. The back sides are also totally usable. This is decent cardstock. It was from a paper pad. I'm like, do I like this though? I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it. More from Close to My Heart. Okay. I'm gonna purge these two with the same chevron, and then this side is more like a painted. I prefer that side, like a painted wood look. I prefer the wood planks. This is Echo Park. I like that one. Ooh, we get some colored. Okay, so I do have a system. Look at, I do have a system. So maybe that turquoise one or teal one or aqua one needs to just come back over here. Slide that in. I like the red. I don't know how I would use it though, but I do like it, so I'll hold on to it. Same with the pink. I'm not too sure. This jelly bean soup with this kind of hand-drawn wood grain. The other side of these cute little bunnies. Oh, they're so cute for Easter. I'm actually going to purge this one. I have found that I'm not overly fond of the hand-drawn wood grain. I much prefer the more realistic. I'm also not loving this one. It does have some spatters on here. I think I might have spattered on. It looks like they're my spatters. I'm going to purge that one. This one here, this was from Kaisercraft. I do actually like this. This to me just screams beach. I don't know why, but it does. I'll hold on to that. This one's got some rustic elements in the bottom. I think that would be fun if you ever go to like an outdoor museum or something to document. I also like this kind of pattern. I think this is already lending itself to a particular layout, which is kind of fun. I really do like the weathered look. Now this one, I've actually had this pattern before, and I've used it for an inside cover of a journal. And to be honest, that's probably where I would use, not in my scrapbooking. So I'm going to move this into my journaling section. This is from Hobby Lobby, I think. It is thin, but I do like it. There's that piece again. Another one of those. Again, that kind of rustic look. I'm going to keep one and get rid of one. Like that. Pink paisley, I like that. This is Modern Gents. It's like a navy wood grain. I like that. We're going to purge this one. Again, I already said I don't care for that hand-drawn look. Same with that one. This I think is supposed to be birch. Is that right? Is that right, birch? I'm going to purge these because I don't really like those. I think they look funny. Modern Mist, I like that. Some more jelly bean soup. This Kaisercraft one, I think we're going to purge. This is from Kaisercraft as well. And I don't know that I care for this one. I like the other ones better, so we're going to purge those two. Crepe paper, Little You. It's kind of got that chevron look. I'm going to purge that. Studio Calico with a little bit of splatter. I'm going to purge that one. This was from a Dear Lizzie collection. I'm going to purge that. Here's that same paper again. I'm not too sure about. Bella Boulevard. This was from one of the camping themed ones. Again, it's got that hand-drawn wood grain. We're going to get rid of it. More of that Dear Lizzie we're going to get rid of. What do we got here? This is from Hip Kit. I like the weight of the paper, so we're going to hold on to it for now. Close to My Heart, Four Seasons. I like that. Echo Park, Summer Dreams with the planking. I love that. Beach Day, yes, 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 yes. This is from Sunflower Market. I like that. This one is from Felicity Jane Noel. So I actually don't care for this. I think we're going to put this in the green section. That belongs to Felicity Jane. Slice of Summer, I like that. I Love Summer from Echo Park. We're going to purge that. And I've got some really dark, which I do like. I don't care for this, so that's going. I like this. You'll notice I probably like the dark better than the light, and I like the planking better than the no definition. Keep that, keep that, keep that. Whew, that's a little too busy for me, so we're going to purge that. Yes, that's a thin piece from Hobby Lobby as well. Keep that. We're going to purge this one. Keep. Now this one I do like a little better. I like the seam down the side. I think that's interesting. So hold on to that one. A couple sheets of that. I am not loving this one. It's got like a distressing on top of it that kind of makes it look hazy. So we're purging that. We're going to get rid of this one. We have another sheet of that, which we're going to keep. I like this with the aqua on it. I've got a couple sheets of this, which I just think this is actually too much paint color. If it had just a little bit of the mint green on it would be better. It is good quality paper, but I'm going to purge that. The navy's fun. We're going to keep that. This is from a Park Lane paper pad. And I think because this is a little bit darker than the, and it's gray as opposed to like a light brown, I'm going to hold on to those. Hold on. I do not like this one. It's also got like a linen texture to it. It just feels weird. And I'm going to purge these two. So keep that one. Keep and keep. And the question is, do I keep these? And I don't know, so I'm going to keep them. Okay. I think that's good. I think I did good, right? Right? Cheer me on, you guys. Cheer me on. Sometimes it's hard when you have paper that you love to get let some of it go. And you guys, look at this is how much I'm still keeping. Like I don't even know how many pieces of cardstock this is. What, like 50, 100? No, 50 or 75 pieces of cardstock. That's a lot of layouts. That is a lot of layouts. Okay, so let's look at the lined / grid now. Okay, this is a chunky monkey too, as well, I guess you could say. Now and then, my mind's eye, it's got kind of a distressed background. I do like the stripe. It is a beautiful piece of paper, like nice and thick, so we definitely are keeping that. This crepe paper, this is from All Heart. And it's kind of got that notebook theme look going for it. I have some stories that I want to tell still from my school years. I've mostly documented what photos I have, but I do have stories. This might be kind of fun to add stories in, so I'm actually going to put a note on this, and this is going to go in my story prompt paper. And I'm going to say school stories, no photos. So I know that that's what I want to use this for. These got moved over from the Vicky Boutin section, and I think I have 2 sheets of those, which I like. And I like that one. This is from Hip Kit. I like that as well. This was Maggie Holmes, which we like. And then we got some grid. Now, I hope this isn't too trippy for you guys. Well, we've got 2 sheets of this. Put those together because I probably have enough stories for both of those. This is from Life is Beautiful. And I probably will go in and sort these by type, like move all the line together and all the grid. It was like that at one point. I am going to purge this piece. I just don't see, I got 2 of them, I just don't see me using it. Keep that. Keep that. Was from a paper pad. This is from Crepe Paper All Heart as well with the grids. Great background. We got some Close to My Heart. Just dots, basic. This one also would be good for school. So let me add that. Again, I've got quite a few stories to tell. Oh, look at that. 2 sheets. Yeah, I tell you, Pink Fresh. Pink Fresh has some beautiful paper. They recently announced that they're re-looking at their scrapbooking lines and reinventing or reassessing. I hope that one of the things they don't give up on is the paper quality, because, yeah, it's so nice. This could be school too. This actually is from a school collection, but I think we'll start with those. That's enough to give me, what's the right word? It's enough to give me a starting point that if I need more, I know to come and look at my line section. This is like a monthly calendar, and I've got a few of these, and I have a calendar section where I have like months of the year. I'm wondering if that would be a better spot for that. These would be fun if you did like a month in review, or maybe you did like a December daily album, but like in a different month of the year. That might be kind of fun. I'm gonna leave them in here for now. I'm more likely to go through this than I am that other section. I had 2 sheets of this, and one of these I put in the colored section, so let me go do that. Put that over in the colored. I do like that. I mean, it's kind of hard to get rid of grids because what's not to like, other than maybe this one. I don't like the kind of yellow-orange background on it, so we'll purge that. And then I've got a bunch of paper pad ones. I do not like this color. See how I contradict myself? I say something and then the next minute I change my mind on it. That's okay. It's all fun, right? This looks like old school columnar paper, which is actually another story prompt. So by training, I am an accountant, and I don't know that I've ever documented all of the jobs that I've had. So I'm just going to put here on accounting / job stories. Now, here's the question with the red. It is a grid. It's a small grid. It would make a good background, but it would also make a good layering piece. So I could move it out or leave it in. I'm going to leave it in, but just something to think about. I do not like this. It's too dirty for my taste, so we're going to purge that. This is an old Stampin' Up! Collection, like old. And I have used this a lot, and I think I'm kind of ready to let it go. So there's a few sheets here. Purge. This is also too grungy for me, so I'll purge that. This is a Heidi Swap. I'm actually going to move this one into the colored section. This is too, I don't anticipate me ever using a color this bright for a background, which is why I'm going to move it, but I would use it for a layering piece. Yeah. Oh, actually, I think I like the blue side better. We'll flip one over one way. Good old Felicity Jean. Could I put this in the Felicity Jane section? Yeah, I could, but I'm more likely to come across it and have that trigger as, oh yeah, I've got other Felicity Jane that might work. Does that make sense? I think Janet explains that really well. Janet over at RTS, about it's okay to have things in multiple places if it gets you using your stuff, but you don't want to have it too spread out that you also forget that you have it spread out everywhere. Does that make sense? So my goal with this latest go round is I would love to have almost all of my cardstock in basically 3 spots. One on the Calyx unit, a bunch in my closet where I have some like hanging storage that I use for collections, and then the other place would be where I have my paper kits. And I use all 3 in very different ways, so it's okay that they're separated, but then they're still somewhat, you know, but within each category they're very contained. Okay, so I got rid of a few, not a ton. Let's move on to the next section. Okay, let's move on to what I call mixed media backgrounds. So usually it's some sort of texture or something in the background. Either like this, that looks like they already have mixed media on it. This was a hip kit. Or some sort of like modeled background like that. This one, you know, I'm hoping I'm going to be a little bit discriminating. I'm hoping. I am not loving this piece, so we are going to purge this one. I do like that. I like that. This is from a paper pad, and it's got like a grid in the background. I do like that. This is from Vicky Boutons. We saw this one when I went through my Vicky Boutons stash. I also like this one. I am not loving this one, so we're going to purge that. Originally, I thought like I just absolutely love these, which is one of the reasons why I bought the paper pad. But to be honest, I don't know that I do. I think what I want to do instead with some of these mixed media ones, maybe, that I'm not too sure about like these, is turn these into cards panels. So we're going to move those to cards. I like this one. And I think the difference between this one and the ones that I just said I was going to make cards out of is that it's more monochromatic. Not quite so busy. I think that's the difference. We'll see if that pans out as I flip through these. I'm going to move that to make panels. Not loving that one. Make panels. I do not like this one. Now, these are $49 in Market. I've got a bunch of these, which normally I don't put $49 in Market in here. I tend to have put these more in the color section than this one, and I think that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to move this over to the peachy pink section. I'm not loving this one either, so I'm going to purge both sheets of those. Now we've got some Prima, which we have seen this elsewhere. I've got a lot of this one. I don't think I need to keep all of these. I'm going to keep one and I'm going to purge two. This is like a map. So I could put this in my travel map section. And I have 2 sheets of that. Let's do that. We'll move this over to travel. An illustrated faith. It's that kind of gray pink color that I love so much. Not. We're going to purge that. Indigo Hills. The Indigo Hills collection I'm using a bit for documenting a trip. So I'm going to move that over with that. If I don't use it at that point, that's fine. Move on. Now this one has a lot of colors on it, and I would say this is pretty busy as well, but it is Pink Fresh, so we're going to hold on to that. Get a couple sheets of that one. This is also from Pink Fresh. This is from Celebrate. I like that. This looks like an older one. This is, yeah, it's from 2010 from Roadshow. I don't mind that. Don't care for this one though, so we're going to purge that. Some more Hip Kit. This is like a rainbow colored one. I'm going to move that over to cards. This was from an Altenew kit. I think I could do something with that. We'll give it a try. Not loving that one. Not loving this one. Got some more 49 and Market. And we're going to move that into green. And 49 and Market, we're going to move this into aqua. This one is from 2021 Memory Place, Enchanted Honeysuckle. To be honest, I don't actually care for this back one. I actually like this a little better. Do I love it? I don't think I do. I'm going to purge it. Some more of that 49 and Market. We're going to purge these. This was from Paige Evans. Yeah, we'll hold on to it. Heidi Swap, we'll hold on to that one. This Illustrated Faith one, we're going to purge. I think these were Paige Evans as well. I'm going to purge both of those. Actually, I take that back. This one I'm going to purge that. Nope. And these ones I'm going to purge. There's 2 of them. This is another Paige Evans. Boys Fort. I'm going to purge that. I'm going to purge. I'm going to purge these. This one is Hip Kit. I think we're going to move this over into cards as well. The scallop one we're going to purge. This one we're going to purge. This was from, I think, no, I don't even know what this one is from. We're going to purge these 2. We're going to purge this one. Oh, we've got 2 of those. This Hip Kit Mystery Razzle Dazzle. Oh, I don't mind the blue. I'm going to hold on to it for now. We'll see. We'll see how it plays out. This is a Pretty Little Studio. And we're going to purge that. We've seen this one before and we're going to purge that. So this one's gone down a little bit. Keep in mind that I also have some of these mixed media backgrounds intermixed with my colored sections. So yeah, it's all good. Well, that is going to be it for today's video. I am leaving you with a bit of a cliffhanger. Next time we're going to go through starters and then we'll wrap up this whole section, as that will wrap up all the cardstock on the Calyx unit. But for those of you that are loving these videos here, I still have a bunch left to go. Thanks so much for hanging out with me. Until next time, happy organizing.